One family owned 1958 Buick Super. Behold the glory. I think we need to have a real serious talk about this 1958 Buick Super two-door hardtop. You know what? The first thing I noticed about this car, besides the gorgeous paint job and the unbelievable pit-free perfect chrome, looks like it was chromed yesterday. I looked inside the car. I love the original upholstery. I love factory original upholstery, but you know what I also love is the steering wheel. It's absolutely in perfect condition. Not to mention rare. You never find these cars. You never find a 58 Buick Super two-door hardtop. So tell me about the history of this car.
Well, it's a one-family car. I'm pretty proud of that. My great-uncle purchased it in 1958. He went in to get a car for my great-aunt, and he brought it home all proud of it and presented it to her. And the story is that she said, "Honey, it's very pretty, but I wanted the Cadillac." And he said, "Okay," but he kept this Buick, and he always was very proud of it. And many years later, in 1999, he called me and he said, "Cindy, I'm getting older and I'm thinking that I probably want to start parting with some of my car collection. Is there a car of my collection that you like?" And I said, "Well, Uncle John, there is, but I'm sure it's already spoken for." And he said, "Which one is it?" And I said, "The 1958 Buick Super." And he said, "Well, as a matter of fact, it's still available. And if you want it, you may have it." And I was just over the moon. So long story short, I've had it since 1999. So it'll be 25 years in May. And it has been lovingly cared for. I've done my very best to keep it as original as I possibly can while keeping it well maintained, and as low miles as I possibly could while still completely enjoying it. And in being in Southern California, there's lots of options for showing the car, and because I'm so proud of it, I do like to show it. I take it from time to time to car shows, and I can proudly say that it has collected many Best of Show awards.
There is so much to look at. There are so many details on this car. It is almost overwhelming. Look at that beautiful front end, absolutely dressed up and decorated and ready to go to town. B-U-I-C-K. That's what it is. This is a Buick. Make no mistake about it. One of the most outer space age, detailed, and delightful cars ever to roll off an assembly line. Look at that torpedo-shaped parking light there, turn signal. And how about the Fashionaire Dynastar grille? Yes, 160 individual faceted chrome stars. Look at the gun sight fender ornaments. Can you see the quality of that chrome there? This car is so beautifully preserved. I can't even believe it. That hood spear, that'll take you places right there. It'll lead the way. Again, the chrome on this car, I cannot stress to you how nice it is. You just do not find it like this. I love the wraparound detailing there again, that parking lamp. And of course, whoa, yeah, the crest in the wheel cover, absolutely beautiful. The hooded rear view mirror, 57 and 58 Buick only. There are two of them, driver and passenger. And if you want to talk about sweeping side styling, this car has it like no other. Look at that aluminum panel. Look at the stainless trim. Look at the chrome trim. Oh yeah, take it all in right there. Savor this cosmic carriage and every detail. Look at that bright work there, and Super in block letters. Super is an understatement. Spectacular, spellbinding, hypnotizing, and mesmerizing. Take a moment to appreciate the style of just the bumper. Absolutely exquisite from side to side. Perfect harmony, totally space age, and yes, this car was purchased at Sladix Buick in Chamberlain, South Dakota. S-U-P-E-R, Super, spelled out in the block letters. Trunk handles And those taillights, those fins, that chrome, more chrome around that taillight than any other taillight ever had the pleasure of being surrounded by. Everything about this car is absolutely over the top. Look at the detail in that backup light and how it repeats on the other side. Nothing is left undone on this car. Fuel, yeah, that's where the gas goes. But wait, there's more. This cosmic carriage just keeps on giving. The opulence of the optimism of this design is simply overwhelming. It's a lot to take in. Look at that bumper end. We have not spent enough time on that bumper end. Absolutely beautiful. As we rise to the heavens of the design of this car, from every angle, this is a masterpiece of the absolute highest order. Super, super duper delicious and delightful indeed. Look at the trim on that rear window. I love those 3 hash marks there. That is a crowning touch for me. The door handle, again, the quality of this car. Factory original upholstery. We're gonna get a better look in a moment, but this is a sneak preview. That beautiful dash. Everything is color coordinated on this car. Extra points for that. And did I mention extra points for metallic paint? Metallic paint always enhances the sculpt of the car, as does factory tinted glass. I know, can you believe the wraparound rear window and the wraparound front window? Absolutely beautiful. Now we are going in. First of all, let's start with this door panel. The beautiful tones of mint green and emerald green. Look at the quality of that armrest. I love 2 cranks and a handle. And speaking of extra points, way extra points for the original upholstery. You're going to get a close-up right now of the pinstripe, tuck and roll pinstripe. How much do you love that? And look at that wraparound styling there. That reverse C-pillar. Again, the mint green headliner, the sun visors, everything is in such nice condition. I cannot stress to you enough how clean this car is. Even the pedals are color coordinated only on a Buick. And have we talked enough about the steering wheel? I don't think so. Not a crackle on it. Well preserved. Look at that power steering, that Buick crest. And of course, the instrument cluster deserves its close-up. This car has 73,000 miles. It looks like 23,000 miles to me. And yes, the radio deserves its close-up as well. The sonoramic radio. There it is right there, and it's always time for a Buick. No question about that. Of course, we continue the tour of this interior. I love the garnish molding there on the front seat. And yes, again, this is the original upholstery. Give you a little detail there. It does show a little patina, but I give it way extra points for being original, of course. And how convenient, a place to store your lap robe. Take a moment and bask in the glory of the glow of it all. And listen to the way the door closes like a bank vault. Under the hood, very nice. It is a 364 cubic inch engine with 300 horsepower. It used to be an air suspended car, no longer, thank goodness. Now let's take it for a ride. Oh, it feels so good going around this curve too. This car has such a great solid feel. I love it. The brakes are sure. So you guys know this has a Dynaflow transmission. That's one gear only. Only Buicks did that, and it's fantastic. A whole different driving experience, but it has plenty of pep. It really feels like drives like a dream. The steering is tight. The brakes are sure. I just feel like we could get in this car and drive to New York City. This car is a true miracle of mid-century modernity. Not to mention world-class national treasure. You could pull up to Buckingham Palace in this car. This is the King of Chrome. You know that, right? More chrome on this car than any other car in the history of the known universe. The 58 Buick is the King of Chrome. And don't you love it? I know.